Hello, let's begin the session number 19, which is classical IPC problem. So in this session we are going to see what is the ICP, classical problems of synchronization, and types of classical problems. So first of all, we are going to see what is the IPC. IPC in the sense of what? Inter-process communication, and it is used for exchanging data between multiple threads in one or more processes or programs. When we are going to exchanging the data between multiple threads in one or more processes or programs, that time we are going to use this IPC. IPC in the sense of what? Inter-process communication. And this process may be running on a single or multiple computer connected by a network. Next one, we are going to see what is the classical problem of synchronization. So this classical problem of synchronization is process of synchronization in systems where cooperating processes are present. So when these are required, when the processes are needed synchronization, where cooperating processes are present, that time we are going to use this classical problem. So this classical problem of synchronization is below are the problems for classical IPC problems. First one is buffer bounded problem, read and write problem, dining philosopher. First of all, we are going to see what is the bounded buffer problem. So this bounded buffer problem we are going to also called as, this is what? Producer consumer problem. So this problem is buffer bounded, is also called as what? Producer consumer problem, because the buffer pool has a maximum size. Suppose the buffer pool has maximum size, this problem is often called as bounded buffer problem. What is the solution for this buffer bounded? The solution to this problem is creating two counting semaphores. So here we are going to read the two counting variables. Those semaphores full and empty to keep track. So here we are using two semaphores full and empty to keep track of the current number of full and empty buffer respectively. Means what here? For current number purpose we are using full semaphores, and for empty purpose buffer respectively. So what is in this procedure? In this procedure, the main produce the product and consumer consume the product, but both can use one of the container each time. Means any one of them we can use. The main complexity of this problem is that we must have to maintain the count for both empty and full container that are variable. So here we need to count both empty and full container that the available. So here they are given n buffers, each can hold one item. So here what they are given, n number of buffers. So the below blocks are there, those are the buffer, and this one is producer and last one is the consumer. So Semaphore mutex initialized to value the 1. When we are going to using Semaphore mutex initialized to the value 1, and one more is Semaphore full initialized to the value 0. Semaphore empty initialized to the value n. So we can see the diagram below of producer and consumer. So this is the method of we are going to write bounded buffer problem. So here first one is structure of the producer processes. Do produce an item in next p, wait empty, wait mutex, add the item to the buffer, signal mutex, signal full, close this do while true. So similar here for the code for the structure of consumer processes, do wait full, wait mutex, remove an item from buffer and buffer to next C. Next C in the means it is going to consume next one. So signal mutex, signal empty, after this the consume the item in the next C, close this do loop while true. So here next one, the reader writer problem. So here what happened, reader writer problem, in this problem there are some processes called readers that only read the shared data and never change it. This never going to change that data, and there are other processes called writer who may change the data in additional to reading or instead of reading it. So this writer can change the what data while in adding additional reading. There are various types of reader and writer problem, most of centered on relative priorities to the reader and writer. The main complexity with this problem occurs for allowing more than one reader to the access the data at the same time. So this is when the complexity has been raised here, when we are going to read more than one reader to access data at the same time. So here the diagram we can view the given data set, and the side they are given number of reader and writer. So here a data set is shared among the number of concurrent processes. So here data set will going to hold the what? Concurrent processes. Reader can, so here the readers only read the data set, they do not perform any update, means they are just going to performing updates. Writer can both read and write, so they can perform both read and write updates. So problem allow multiple readers to the read at the same time. Only one single writer can access the shared data at the same time. So here shared data is dataset, integer read count initialized to 0, the number of reader reading the data at the moment, semaphore mutex initialized to 1, protect the read count variable, multiple readers may try to modify it, semaphore write initialized to 1, protect dataset, either write or reads should access the data at a time. So this is the code for writing a read write problem. The structure of writer process: do wait wrt write end with semicolon. So here writing where writing is performed, signal write, close this do while true. So same here, the structure of reader process: do wait mutex read count plus plus, if read count is equivalent to 1, then wait write signal mutex, reading is performed, wait mutex read count minus minus, if read count equal to 0, then signal wrt end with semicolon, signal mutex end with while loop. So next problem is dining philosopher problem. So what happened in this dining philosopher problem is they given here the dining philosopher problem involve the allocation of limited resources to a group of process in deadlock free and the starvation manner. There are 5 philosophers sitting around a table. So here they are shown a table and rice, and they are beside some bowls and chopsticks. Forks are given and the number of resources and the processes are given. So the sticks are fork, those fork are the resources, and the sittings are chairs are processes. So there are 5 philosophers sitting around a table in which there are 5 chopsticks, fork kept beside them and a bowl of rice in the center. When a philosopher wants to eat, he use two chopstick, one from their left and one from their right. When the philosopher wants to think, he keep down both chopstick at their original place. So this is the problem of this dining philosopher problem. It is not a real problem, but lot of real resources allocation problems look like this. If when we solve this problem effectively and efficiently, we can also solve the real problem. For the satisfactory solution, we want to have concurrent two philosophers that are not sitting next to each other on the table should able to eat concurrently. We don't want deadlock, wait for each other indefinitely. We don't want starvation, no philosopher wait forever. So these are the solution for this dining philosopher problem. So this is the code for dining philosopher problem. Dining philosopher 5 chopsticks initialized to 1. Do weight chopstick, here reading number of chopsticks I, weight chopsticks I plus 1 percentage 5. Then start eating, signal chopstick I, then signal chopsticks I plus 1 percentage 5. Then end with this signal, then think, and this while do while true. This solution provide concurrency but may result in deadlock. So problem with semaphores, we are using these two operations. So finally, this monitor is a high level abstraction that provide the convenient efficient mechanism for the process synchronization. Only one process may active within the monitor at a time. So these are the monitor name, shared variable declared inside, then number of procedures and procedure up to n number initialization code. So thank you. This is the summary of this session. Finally, these are the books references and website links are given below here. Thank you.